I think you are fine and staying at your home. Today I would like to present lesson 1, right forms of verb. This class will be helpful for the students of class 9 and 10, but I think it also will be helpful for class 6, 7 and 8 also. Okay, let's see what I will present today. Right forms of verb part 1. You know that a verb has four forms. One is base form, we call it V1. Example, go. Another form is past form of verb, we call it V2. For example, went. Third form of verb is called past participle form, we call it present participle form or ing form, as for example, when. Okay, let's see where and when base form of verbs are used. Okay, let's see. And student, I to write classes in your writing sheet. Okay, let's see the examples. Okay, when base form or verbs are used in present indefinite tense or form, present simple present form, we use base form of verb. You see, we live in Joshua. This is a sentence written in present indefinite tense. That is why here verb live is used in present form. Likewise, in the second example, the sun rises in the year, rise base form, because the sentence is written in present indefinite tense. So this is the first point. Okay, come to this second point. After modal auxiliaries, base form of verbs are you see what are the modal auxiliaries. Now I show you the modal auxiliaries. May, might, can, should, will, must. But to, have to, has to, had to, am to, is to, are to, going to, dare, need. These are the examples of modal auxiliaries. These modal auxiliaries, after this modal auxiliaries, you will use base form of verb. That means B1. Okay, see to example, he can do the work. Here, can it modal auxiliaries after can do used, because here can is modal auxiliaries. That is why after can do is used. We see next example. She could sing sweetly in her girlhood. She could see. Here you can see after could sing is used. Okay, come to the infinitive 2. Infinitive 2 modal auxiliaries are by after infinitive 2 base forms of verb are used. You see, Rima wants to finish the work now. Here, to is infinitive. After to, base forms of verb is used. In the next examples, Ripon went to London to obtain a degree in MA. Here, after to obtain is a base form of verb is used here. Okay, we see after to, when this to is infinitive, after that to base form of verb is used. You may confused. There are some. There are two prepositional to. After preposition to, verb will be in base present participle form or ing form. Okay, I will discuss this in the next lesson. Okay, next we come to another point. After help. After help, base form of verb will be used. He helped me do the sum. Next example, he helped me do the sum. Here you can see after help or help verb, do is used in base form, because help may be in present form or past form, but after help verb will be in the base form. Okay, I think you could understand. Next, after do not, does not and did not, after these three phrases you will use base form of verb. He did not go home yesterday. After did not, go is used. In the next example, he does not write a letter. After does not write, base form of verb is used. So after do not, does not, write, base form of verb is used. Students, you should write down these tips in your writing script. It will be very helpful. It is a magic lesson. It will help you to solve right forms of verb very easily and very confidently. Don't miss writing the points in your writing script. Okay, next, come to the next point. After causative verb, base form of verb is used. You know what are the causative verb? I will show causative verbs. Causative verbs, there are three causative verbs: make, get, have. After you see, he made the students listen to him. Here, made is a causative verb. After made, listen base form of verb. Made is here causative verb. Did not make a type of our lab report. Here, make is causative verb. After causative verb type is used in base form. Causative structure. Here there are some conditions. Here the structure must be subject plus causative verb plus doer or agent or receiver. After causative verb there will be doer or agent or receiver. Then base form of verb will be used. In first example, you see he made the student listen. He made the student listen. Here made is causative verb. After made, doer is students. So after when make, get, have used as causative verb, after this verb a doer or agent or receiver must be there. So students, he made the students listen. The student is a doer, that is why listen is used. Okay, there is another idea about causative verb I will discuss later in later lesson. Okay. Student, this was all for first lesson of this lesson today. I will I will discuss part 2 in our another lesson. In this lesson, if you have any queries, any comments, you will write your comments, and if you have any requirements, you will let me know. I think I will do this. I will solve your requirements. I will be able to fulfill your requirements. Okay, today that is all. How are you? I think you are well. I welcome you all to live online English class. Today I will take class 1 right forms of verb part 2. In this part I will discuss 1 where and when past form of verbs are used. This class is designed for the students of class 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. I think if you follow this lesson properly, you all will be benefited. In the previous class, I will discuss 1 base forms of verb. Today, I will discuss 1 past forms of verb. Okay, before going to the lesson, I would like to discuss about formation of past form of verbs and past participle of verb. Okay, let's know how past form and past participle form of verbs are formed. In this lesson, I will show how past form and past participle forms of verb are used.
এরকম তো লেখাইছে এখন কি জানি কই সারি কি জানি
According to the formation of verb, we can classify verb into 2 categories: weak verb or regular verb, strong verb or irregular verb. Students, what is weak verb? The verb which form the past form and past participle form by adding d or ed to the base form of verb is past form, and each weak verb, you see work is a verb. At the end of the work, ed is used. At the past participle form of verb, ed is used. In the second example, compare is a base form with the base form. At the end of the base form, d is used, and at the past participle form, d is used. So, in these 2 examples, d or ed is used. That is why these verbs are called weak verb or regular verb. Then come to the strong verb. What is strong verb? The verb that do not have regular d or ed at the end of past form or past participle form are called a strong verb. Okay, see the examples. Give is a verb. To form past form, ed, do or ed are not used, and in the past participle form there is no d or ed. Likewise, in the second example, short, to form past form or past participle form, there is no use of d or ed. That is why this form of verbs are called strong verb or irregular verb. Now, clear to you what is weak verb, what is strong verb. Okay. Now, students, come to the another point. There are three ways, three measures, three categories to form a strong verb. One category, in the three forms of verb, there is no difference, or that is, all three forms are same. In this way, a strong verb also formed. You see example, category 1, cost, past form cost, past participle form cost. In another example, short, present form short, past form short, past participle form short. So these three forms are same. So in this way, strong verbs are formed. This is category 1. In the category 2, among the three forms of verb, two forms of verb will be the same. You see the example 2, become, became, become. Here, base form or present form and past participle form is the same. Example, in the second example, buy, bought, bought. Here, bought is past form and bought is also past participle form. That is, past form and past participle form, these two forms is the same. But in this way, strong verbs are formed. This is category 2. And go to the category 3. In the category 3, the three forms are different from each other. Let's see example. Drink, present form, drunk, past form, drunk, past participle form. The formation of the three parts, base form, past form are different. Okay, likewise, go to the example 2, give, past form gave, past participle given. Here also there is no similarity, both are all are different. So in these three categories, strong verbs are formed. I think you could understand weak verb and strong verb and categories of strong verb. This idea, this knowledge will help you to understand strong verb, weak verb well. And for further exposure, I suggest you to read your grammar book. There is a chapter named conjugation of verb. You will read this chapter. I think you will get a better exposure. I just open the door. You have to enter from this door and you will get a huge, vast knowledge of idea regarding strong verb and weak verb. Let's our main focus. We will go to our main focus, where and how, where and when past forms of verb are used. Let's see the past. Let's see where and when past forms of verb are used. Okay. Once again, I am telling you forms of verb. You know that a verb has 4 forms: present form or base form, go, you can see; past form, went; and past participle form, gone. Beside these 3, you can see present participle or ing form, we. In the previous class, I discussed one base form, where base form are used. Today, I will discuss where and when past form of verb are used. Okay? See again, past form, went. Where past forms are used, I will discuss you. Okay, let's see some past forms of verb. Here you can see base form and past form. Be is base form. Was, where are the past form. Student, you should know was is used with singular subject, where is used with plural subjects. Okay, next, feel, past form felt; tell, past form told; go, past form went; turn, past form returned; turn, past form returned; wait, waited; wake, woke. Here, students, wake means in Bangla jege utha. Can, could, happen, happened; fall, fell. Bangla meaning of fall is পতিত হওয়া, পড়ে যাওয়া, but if we use fell asleep or fall asleep, ঘুমিয়ে পড়া. Okay, these are the words you have seen. Next, we see when the past forms of verb are used. In past indefinite tense, that is, to form past indefinite tense, to form past notion, past forms of verb are used. In past event, in past time, in past phrases, past forms of verb are used. You see, freedom fighters sacrificed their lives in 1971. In this sentence, a past event is described. That is why here the verb sacrificed is used as past form, because here a past event is described. Another example, he came home yesterday. Here came is used in past form because yesterday is past time. That is why in this sentence past form of verb is used. In the third example, you see, I went to Dhaka last year. Here last year is a past phrase. That is why in this sentence went is used. Now you could understand, in past indefinite tense, to express the idea regarding past indefinite tense, you will use past form of verb. Could you understand? Clear to you? Okay. Next. After it is time, it is high time, fancy wish. There are some phrase word verbs. After these phrases and verbs, past form of verb are used. Let's see example. It is high time we changed our bad habit. In বাংলা এখনই উপযুক্ত সময় আমাদের বদঅভ্যাসগুলো পরিবর্তন করার। Since in this sentence there is it is high time, for this reason in the next clause past form of verb is used, that means change is used here. I fancy I turned pale. Here turned is used in past form because before turned there is a verb fancy. Fancy in Bangla is kalpona kora, mone kora. In the third example, I wish I were a king. Here after wish where past form of verb is used. Okay, I think you could understand. If you have any query, you will write your comment in the comment box. These are two techniques to use right forms of verb to solve the problems regarding right forms of verb. Clear? Now let's see a passage regarding use of right forms of verb. Okay, you see a passage. This passage is written in the describing the past events or past things, past idea. So in this passage, if you read is minutely, you will see you will get the idea where and when past forms of verb are used. Okay, let's read the text. One night when the entire village dashing deep sleep. This sentence is describing past tense. So one night when the entire village, you think what will be the answer? For 2 seconds. Okay, one night when the entire village was in deep sleep, the boy Baijid Bustami was busy in study. His mother was sleeping. Suddenly she woke up and dashed thirsty. Okay, think what will be the answer? He felt thirsty, because felt is used because these actions are in past indefinite tense. She dashed her son to give a glass of water. Now answer will be told. She told her son to give a glass of water and fell asleep again. Told and fell is used because these ideas are expressed in past tense. He dash to the pitcher. He went to the pitcher and found it empty. So he went out with the pitcher in search of water. After a while, he dashed home with water and found his mother sleeping. So this action happened in past tense. So past verb will be there. So he returned home with water and found his mother sleeping. Then he waited, standing by her bed with the glass of water. When she dashed up, he woke up. All on a sudden, she did not understand anything because she couldn't remember what happened at night. Okay, I think you could understand where is the place and in which fields past form of verb are used. What you need is to practice in your home more and more. I think I just opened the door. You have to enter the room to explore the idea that I have taught you. Okay, students, now just I want to sum up what I have taught you today. I discuss about weak verb, strong verb and their formations, and forms of verbs. I also discussed when and where past forms of verb are used. I think you could understand, but if you have any query, if you have any problem, you write comment in your comment box, then I will reply. Okay, today you have a short exam for 5 marks, and if you get 4, it will be excellent. If you get less than 4, it is good. Try and find out the solution. Okay, go to the question. This is test question. You will try to find out the answer, and for one answer, 1 mark for one answer. If you get 4, it is excellent, 4 and above. If you get 3, it is good. How many marks you get, you let me know. Okay, that is all today, and I am coming inshallah tomorrow at 11 a.m. Until then, you be in good health. Thank you very much. Thank you everybody. Allah Hafiz. Today I would like to discuss on right forms of verb part 3. In this part I will present about the use of past participle form uh, where and when the past participle forms of verbs are used. Students, in the previous class I focused on right forms of verb where past forms of verb are used. Now today I will discuss where past participle forms of verb will be used. Before going to the main part of the lesson, I would like to focus on passive expression of sentences. Okay, let's see the examples on the board. On the board, you can see two examples. One example, farmers cultivate paddy. In the second example, you see paddy is cultivated by farmers. In the first sentence, here farmer is subject and performs the act of the verb cultivate. In that sense, farmer is doer. So, for this here farmer is used as well as subject as well as doer, because this subject performs the function of the word cultivate. Okay, look at the example 2. Here paddy is subject, but this subject does not perform the function of the verb cultivate. That is why paddy is here non-doer. Okay, so student, you should have clear idea one, what is doer, what is non-doer. Farmer is doer, this subject is doer because the subject does the activities of the verb. But in the second example, paddy is non-doer because this subject paddy does not perform the action of the verb cultivate. So when subject is used as non-doer, students very mindfully learn this. When any subject used as a non-doer of in a sentence, in that sentence verb will be used as a past participle form. That is why cultivated use as a past participle form. In the later part of the class, I will discuss about each non-doer, and in that lesson it will be very helpful to understand this lesson. This idea will help you to learn that lesson very clearly. Okay, we see where and when past participle forms of verb are used. Okay, let's see the main ideas, main points. Okay, let's see. In the previous classes, I discussed that a verb has 4 forms. One is base form, past participle form, present participle, or ing form. I have already discussed one base form and past participle form. Now, today I will discuss one past participle form where the past participle forms of verbs are used. Okay. You see, point 1, past after have verb, that is have, has, had, having, after these verbs past participle forms of verbs are used. You see, example, he has done the work. This sentence is present perfect tense, but there is a word has. After has, done is used because after has past participle form of verb will be used. That is why after has, done is used. In the second example, I have completed my homework. Here you can see there is a verb have. After have verb, completed, a past participle form of verb is used. In the third sentence, you see they had cleaned their house. Here, after had, cleaned, past participle form of verb is used. In the next example, there is having. After having verb, taken is used. Here, taken is past participle form. So, from the discussion, you could understand after has, have, had, and having, past participle forms of verbs are used. I think you could understand. Okay, come to the second point. There are some verb words. After that verb words, past participle form of verb or V3 are used. The verb words are get, become, feel, remain. After these verbs, past participle form of verbs are used. You see example 1. At last, the real character of a liar gets exposed. You see, get is a verb. After get, past participle form of verb is used. Exposed is here past participle form of verb. In the second sentence, you see we feel honored. Here, after feel, honored, past participle form of verb is used. In the third sentence, you see they became disappointed. Here, after became, past participle form of verb is used. So, you see disappointed is a past participle form of verb. In the fourth sentence, you see the schools all over the country remain closed. Here, you see closed is past participle form because it is used after remain verb. That is why closed is here past participle form. So, you can see after get, become, feel, remain, past participle form of verbs are used. I think you got the point. Okay. Next, comes to the next point. After be verb, you know, am, is, are, was, were, be, being. These 8 verbs are called be verb. After this be verb, past participle forms of verb are used, but there is a condition, that is this sentence should be in passive form, that I have discussed some time ago. Up am, is, are, was, were, be, being, been. These 8 verbs are called be verb. If these be verbs are used in passive expression, then after this verb, past participle form of verb is used. You see, I am given a nice pen. Here, given is past participle form because this verb, this sentence is expressed in passive expression. Here, you see I as a subject, but I here is not a doer. I is non-doer. That is why after be verb, am, after am, given is used. In the next example, a letter is written. Here, after each, past participle form verb is used because in this sentence, letter is a non-doer. It is not doer because letter does not perform the act of writing. In the next example, the lessons are learned by the students. Here, lessons are lessons is non-doer, and that is why after are learned, past participle form is used. The pen was stolen. Here, pen is non-doer because pen does not perform the act of stealing. That is why after was, past participle form stolen is used. In the next example, the mangoes were eaten. Here, after mangoes, were is used, and that is why mangoes eaten is used in past participle form because mangoes is non-doer. Likewise, the work is non-doer here. That is why after be, done is used. The seniors have to be respected. Seniors here is non-doer. That is why to be verb respected is used. And a tree has been uprooted. A tree here is non-doer because a tree does not perform the action of uprooting. That is why after being uprooted is used. I think you could understand where and when past participle form of verbs are used. Okay, let's we see this book is dashed by a blind girl. Here, this book is non-doer, and there is be verb. After be verb, verb will be used in past participle form. So the answer will be there. The book is written by a blind girl. Here, doer is a blind girl, but the girl is not used as a subject here. Her sight was dashed in a car accident when she was 3 years old. Her sight was, past participle form will be used, was lost in a car accident when she was 3 years old. Both her eyes were dashed by glass splinters, and her sight could not be dashed even by the best doctors. In letter C, her eyes were pierced, that means penetrated. ইন বাংলা ঢুকে যাওয়া, বিদ্ধ হওয়া। By glass splinters and her sight could not be saved even by the best doctors. She was not sent to school but was taught by a British woman to read and write from the age of 6. In these passages you see all the subjects here are used as non-doer, and after this subject there is a be verb, and every be verb a past participle form is used. So I think you could understand why here past participle forms of verbs are used. Okay, now I will give the answer of the previous test. Okay, you see the answer and you can write down the answers in your writing script. The answer to the test 1: enjoyed, gave, went, stood and entered. Okay, I will assign another test, test 2, for you to solve the problem and find out the answer in your home. Test 2. These are the clues, verbs. With the use of this verb you will solve the following problem. Okay, you read the text and find out the problem, find out the solution, and in the next class I will provide the answer, and then you will Dear students, this is all today, and I advise you to learn these lessons very carefully. It will be very helpful for you. I am trying to give you a all encompassing idea and fulfill idea about right forms of verb, so that if any student follow these instructions, he will be able to solve the problems regarding rules. One thing you have to do, that is you should know vocabulary more and more. With the rules plus vocabulary you will get a handsome preparation and it will help you very much. Next day I will come with right forms of verb part 4 and the last part of this series. Until then, you be in good health. Thank you very much. Thank you all. In the previous classes, I discussed where and when base form or present form, past form and past participle form of verbs are used. In this lesson, I will discuss one when present participle form or ing form of verb will be used. Okay, before going to the lesson, I would like to discuss two ideas. One is finite verb, another is non-finite verb. Because this idea will help you to understand our lesson today. Okay, let's see some examples on the board. In the first slot, you see Rifa reads in class 9. She goes to school every day. Here, reads and goes. These two verbs are finite verb because these two verbs can express their ideas clearly and they have two subjects. That is why these verbs are called finite verb. In the second slot, you see two examples. I saw the boy reading a book. Here the word is reading. We saw children going to school. Here you notice the word going. In this sentence, this reading and going, these are the two verbs. These two verbs do not have any subject and they do not can express their idea clearly without the help of finite verb saw. That is why these two verbs are called verb. In the third slot, you see reading and walking. These two verbs are non-finite verb because these two verbs is not these verbs do not have subject and they cannot express their idea without the help of finite verb each. So we can generalize that the verbs that cannot express their idea without the help of finite verb and do not have any subjects is called non-finite verb. Okay, non-finite verb, here you see non-finite verbs are formed with at the end of ing. Okay, let's go to the main lesson of today. You see a verb has four forms. One is base form, past participle form and present participle or ing form. In the previous classes, I discussed about base form, past form and past participle form. In the this class, I will discuss where and when present participle form or ing forms of verb are used. Okay, let's see. Okay, after preposition, ing forms of verbs are used. After any preposition, it may be to, in, for, with, without, all types of preposition, you will use ing forms of verb. You may confused with to. To is infinitive. After that to, present form or base form of verb will be used. But in this lesson, I will focus on prepositional to. You see the example, a teacher plays an important role in building up an education nation. In this example, you see after in, building, ing forms of verb is used. In continuous tense, ing forms of verbs are used. You see the example, they are working for the country. Here, working ing forms of verb is used. This may confuse you. You in the previous class you learned after be verb, that means are, past participle forms are used, but in that are were used in passive expression, but here are is used in active expression. When be verb is used in active expression, then after be verb continuous form is used, and that is why here in this lesson, in this example, after are working is used. So in all types of continuous tense, it may be present continuous, past continuous or future continuous. In every continuous tense, ing forms of verbs are used. Okay, come to the next point. After while, ing forms of verb is used. While walking in the garden, I saw a snake. Here you see, after while walking is used. So you learn so far 3 rules after preposition in continuous tense, after while. Okay, next to the 4th point. It is very important point. You often come across this phrase and words. After these words, ing forms of verbs are used. These words: past, mind, worth, without, with a view to, get used to, look forward, cannot help, could not help. After these words and phrases, ing forms of verbs are used. Students, you should memorize these words. Then it will be very easy for you to use these words at the time of your need. Okay, let's see some examples. I went to market with a view to buying some clothes. Here, with a view to is a prepositional phrase. After this phrase, buying ing form of verb is used here. And you see, I could not help crying to see the pathetic side of the boy. Here, after could not help, it is a phrase. After could not help, in Bangla, na korei parina, I could not help crying, অর্থাৎ আমি না কেঁদেই পারি নাই, to see the pathetic side of the boy, বালকটির মর্মান্তিক দৃশ্য দেখে. So I could not help, after could not help, after this phrase, crying ing form of verb is used here. Okay, go to the next example. It is very important and very vital rule you should learn. In simple sentences, if there is more verb than a finite verb, in this situation you must use ing form of verb. You see, I saw him crying. Here saw is finite verb and crying is non-finite verb. After this is a simple sentence. In this simple sentence, saw is a finite verb. After saw, there is another verb. So another verb is cry. This cry is mentioned. This cry is used in ing form. You see, saw is finite verb, crying is a non-finite verb. Non-finite verb can come before the finite verb also. You see the another example. Here, living is non-finite verb, and are is a finite verb. Okay. Now you could understand in a simple sentence, if there is more verb than a finite verb, you will use ing form of verb. That means present participle of verb. Now regarding rules, this is all. After these 5 rules, you will use ing form of verb. Let's see a passage example. My family and I love dash to park at weekends. Here, love is a finite verb. After finite verb, there need another verb. So this verb must be in ing form or present participle. So you see, I love going to the park at the weekends. In the gap B, we like is here finite verb. So after like there will be a present participle or ing form of verb. We like having picnics. My sister and I love. Here love is finite verb. After love there will be present participle or ing form of verb. So my sister and I love washing animals. My mother likes dash sandwich for us. Here you see like is finite verb. After like there will be present participle or ing form of verb. So the answer will be my mother likes making sandwich for us, but my father hates. Hates is a finite verb. After finite verb there will be a present participle form or ing form of verb. You see my father hates cooking. My sister and I love playing around in the park and feeding the animals. My mother loves watching us while we play. We can relax in a park listening to the birds singing. We also like watching the little rabbits running around. We all like the park because we love being outdoors and feeling free. Students, you have seen in every simple sentence there is a finite verb, and after the finite verb there is a verb, and this verb is used as present participle form or ing form. Okay, now I will give the answer of the previous test. Answer to the test to G, instructed, H, described, I, made, J, translated, K, read, L, turned. Okay, student, now this is the end of the class. In the series of right forms of verb, I presented 4 classes. If you minutely and learn these lessons, I think it will be very helpful and you will get a hands-on preparation regarding right forms of verb. Don't miss the class, and I suggest you very strongly and very interesting, with interest you will go through the class, and these classes will help you in a greater way, and you will feel the right forms of verb is easy for you. One thing you should know, that is vocabulary. You should develop a huge vocabulary. That this vocabulary and rules will help you to get a complete preparation. Okay, students, this is all today. Next day I will focus on transformation. Stay with us, and I I will finish this class today. Till till the next class, you be in good health. Thank you very much. Thank you all.